Those are very hard to replace. I killed you once. You tried, but you can't kill me, Lord Tyrant. I represent that thing you've never been able to kill, no matter how hard you try. I am hope.
Hello, and welcome to a very special episode of the Lost Legends of Scadrial Mistborn Adventure Game Podcast. I'm your host and narrator, Trevor, and with me I have two of the original Lost Legends and one of the players from our new group, who will introduce themselves now.
Hi, I'm John. I go by Clovermite Online, and today I'm playing Skexel.
Hi, I'm Kelly, and I'm playing a character named Suka.
And I'm Zach. I'll be playing Dross.
Today's setting, we are going back to the days of the Lord Ruler, specifically the day that Kelsier was killed. Dross, the leader of the Obsidian Clips, has recruited Suka and Skexel into his gang. They are preparing to be a strike team for when Kelsier gives the order. So, let's go ahead and start just a little bit before Kelsier is killed. We'll start out by having a quick introduction to the character each of you are playing, and then we'll have each of you do one or two beats to get ready for whatever mission that you've got coming your way as one of the first strike teams formed to start spear point this rebellion inside Luthadel. So, John, why don't you tell us a little bit about Skexel?
Sure. So, Skexel is a lurcher who used to work in the forges, and unfortunately, discovering his powers, he got his best friend killed by an inquisitor. He fled from the city he was at and went to Luthadel, but he resisted joining any of the thieving crews, just being very nervous about the idea of being killed, and just practiced the art of lurching at a nearby smoker shop. But eventually, Dross caught on to the fact that he was mooching off of their smoker and convinced Skexel that he should get on board.
Okay, and Kelly, why don't you tell us a little bit about Suka?
Suka was a herbalist plantation ska until the birth of her firstborn daughter, who was kidnapped and sold to a noble house in Luthadel. She poisoned the house who sold her daughter and made off for Luthadel to get her revenge, where she was recruited by Dross into the Obsidian Clips.
And then, Zach, why don't you tell us a little bit about Dross?
Dross was originally in the service of the Lord Ruler, until he was recruited by Ham to join Yedin's rebellion, and now kind of worked as a double agent, getting information for the rebellion from the Lord Ruler and the Steel Ministry.
Okay, so as this formed cell that's been training together for a while, getting ready for when the word is given, what are some things that everybody would get ready to do in preparation? Like, would you buy any extra supplies more than you have? Do you have any contacts that you try and hit up, or possibly any information that you want to use to make your job a little bit easier? What kind of things would you guys be doing to get ready? Kind of the scheming phase of this.
I think Skexel would be getting one more vial of iron.
Suka would probably be sitting down, sharpening her knife, and adding a coat of poison to it.
Okay, did you want to get any extra poisons or anything?
Yeah, extra poisons, that's great.
And then what would Dross be doing?
Dross would be making sure he has all the information on patrols and everything like that, correct?
Let's go ahead and start with Skexel. Why don't you give me a resources roll?
All right. All of 3 dice. Hey, I got a pair of ones.
That's good enough. Go ahead and add another vial of metal.
Sweet.
Suka, let's go to you. Let me pull open my tin and ash book here to the right page. Find these poisons. Alright, did you want to try and get one of the ones that I had already given your character, or would you like a new kind of poison?
A new kind of poison.
Okay, we've got Tomfer, which gives dulled reflexes. Shut-eye spirits, which make you drowsy. I think those would have to be drank, though. Unfell causes a raging fever. I gave you the Veltrain. And then I didn't give you Greyfester. That causes hallucinations.
Yeah, let's do the hallucinations.
Okay. Greyfester, a hallucinogen made from mushrooms on canal banks. So go ahead and add Greyfester to your props and put in there that the burden is hallucinations.
All right.
Or, I'm sorry, I need you to roll the dice first.
Sure. The resources?
Yep.
I got 2 5s and a nudge.
Oh, you're lucky you got those 5s. Any poison is a difficulty 4.
Nice. I win.
And for the nudge, go ahead and take 2 resources off and add 2 doses of it.
Okay, so put it in 2 resources spent.
Yep. Alright, Dross, let's make this an influence roll.
And that's 6.
Yep.
4s and a nudge.
Alright, excellent. So I'm going to go ahead and reduce the difficulty of one of the encounters a little bit later on for successfully getting enough information about the guard patrols that you have a clear plan of attack. We will say that beforehand you knew that what your target was going to be. Kelsier had put you in charge of taking down one of the soothing stations that's around the city, and so you were getting ready for this, just waiting for the word to be given, and then that day happened, the day that the survivor was killed in the square after killing a Steel Inquisitor. Hundreds of Ska were executed, blood in the fountains just spraying through the air, creating a red mist almost in mockery to the mists that come out at night. And everyone was just kind of feeling despondent. You especially, as the leader of the Obsidian Clips, you've spent so long working for the Lord Ruler and just waiting for your chance to atone for all of the times that you've had to beat down your fellow Ska. And seeing Kelsier die like that almost took all of your hope away. And so it was very much a surprise when, out of nowhere, Kelsier was inside of your house with a hand on your shoulder. How do you react, Dross?
Survivor! What? I thought you were... I saw you die!
Oh, Dross, didn't you hear what I told the Lord Ruler? I am Hope, and Hope can never be killed.
At this point, Dross will just kind of like get down on his knees like he is in the presence of a living god.
No, there's no need for that, my friend. Have you been preparing like I told you to?
Yes, sir. We're ready to go.
I'm glad to hear that, because tonight is the night. Tonight is the night that we declare ourselves free. Tonight is the night that we overthrow the Lord Ruler for everything that he has done to us. Tonight is the night that we bring down the noblemen. Are you ready to take your place at our head?
Yes, sir!
Well, get your team together. We need those soothing stations down as soon as possible. I'm trusting you in this. The future of the Ska lies on your shoulders. I've done all I can do. Kelsier leaves, kind of leaving you just feeling a little nervous and excited. What's your reaction after he's gone and you've kind of collected yourself?
I am going to collect Skexel and Suka and get ready to go take out some soothing stations.
Okay, what is it that you tell them when you go to get them?
The survivor has returned. It is time. We must go forward with our plan.
What are you talking about? I saw him die in the plaza. I don't think this is a good idea. I know you said that we were going to do this, but I think we should just hide instead.
The survivor has returned, my friend.
I think I'm ready.
We must do this now.
Okay.
This is what we've been preparing for.
Let's go. I want to poison people.
Suka has no chill.
Skexel, upon hearing poisoning, immediately shifts so that his giant shield is between him and her.
Calm down, Skexel. It's not you she's wanting to poison.
I hope
She's gonna
not.
slap the shield and
allergic to
laugh.
poisons. It really doesn't go well with my complexion, and I'm so nervous tonight. Are you sure we have to do it tonight? Why can't we wait until tomorrow? I think that would be maybe a better idea.
The survivor said the plan starts now. Are you in or you out?
She slaps Skexel's, shield and just, starts laughing out loud. Come on, Skexel, it'll be fun!
Skexel just, crawls down in the fetal position with the shield covering the rest of him.
I think at this point, Dross is in really good spirits. He's ready to go. So he's gonna he's gonna use one of his, he's gonna pick up Skexel by the shield and drag him out the door.
Hey, okay, I'm coming.
Suka's just kinda gonna skip after him.
So you guys head out the door. The mists are out, and you kind of feel that paranoia, that clawing anxiety that you've always felt just because of your superstitions about the mists. But it's almost like you can hear Kelsier in your head, declaring himself the Lord of the Mists. And as you walk, you get closer and closer to the soothing station. And while Dross has been very prepared and has just in time gone just around the corner right when a patrol would pass by and has been able to get you most of the way through the city without any problems, there was one spot on the way that you knew would be a problem. And as you approach it, you see exactly what you expect. One single captain standing there, Dross having been able to shift the schedule a little bit so he didn't have any other soldiers with him to back him up. But he stands in the path, barring the one alley that you need to go down.
Haven't you heard, friend? The Lord Ruler's time is done.
And while he's talking, Skexel immediately downs one of his vials.
What are you doing out? You know there's a curfew for Ska.
Not anymore.
Who are you?
Why don't you come here and I'll show you.
He's gonna draw his sword and approach you warily. State your business.
Mr. Dross, he seems really threatening. I don't really know if we should do this. Maybe we can find another way around. There might be some other.
For the survivor! And I attack.
Okay. So we will go ahead and count that as a surprise round, which means that the captain is going to declare first, even though he does not have the lowest wits. He is going to take a swing at Dross. Next up in the declare phase would be Dross. What is it that you want to do?
I'm gonna stabby him with my spear.
Okay. Are you going to use your, by hook or crook ability, or it is kind of a it's kind of a balance either way, so just up to you. Yes, I would like to use that. And the trick I'm going to use is I'm going to use the butt of the spear to kick dirt up into his eyes before I attack. Okay. So that will get you one extra die, but it will increase his outcome by 1. Next to declare would either be... Oh, no, it'll be Skexel.
So Skexel is basically... Is the captain wearing any armor?
The captain is wearing full plate armor.
So, Skexel would like to pull on does he have, greaves, on his feet?
Yeah, he would definitely have separate pieces all throughout his body that are distinct pieces of metal.
And Skexel's gonna try to trip him by pulling on his greaves.
Okay. And then that goes to Suka. What would you like to do?
I think she's just gonna pull out her knife and just rush him to stab him.
Okay. Let's make some die totals then. He is going to get 1 extra die, so he's got a pool of 6. Let's see here. Dross. For your soldier, you're going to get an extra die, so you'll be at 7 total. Skexel, your iron should be 5.
Can I get a bonus for my weapons forger and familiarity with forging stuff?
Yeah, I think that works. That's flavorful. So that'll put you at 6. And then, Suka. How are you going? Are you just, like, running up and, like, slashing at him? Describe your attack.
Well, she's gonna, like, pull out her knife and try to, like, sneakily, like, rush behind him to try to stab him in the side of the neck.
Okay, yeah, so I will give you, 1 more for your stealthy poisoner. And then we're gonna make this a called shot. And the way I'll resolve that is, as normal, you're going to have to get 2 nudges in order for the attack to be effective. But if you do make it to the called shot, I'm going to say it ignores his plate armor.
Okay. How many dice do I have then? 5? Okay.
5 dice. So I think, Dross, you will go first with a total of 7 dice.
Oh, I'm going first with 7 dice?
With 7 dice.
Okay, I got it. Those are 2s.
Okay, he did roll 2 2s and a nudge, and when how that resolves is it gets bumped up to 3s by the hook and crook ability that you used.
Mm-hmm.
And so you go and you try and skip the dirt up into his face, and what ends up happening is that you kind of get it stuck a little bit, and it ends up tripping you up, and he's able to bring his sword up and block you as you go to make the stab after you try your sweep.
Okay.
That reduces his dice count to 3, and so he goes way lower in the order. Skexel, I think you would be next with 6 dice.
Alrighty here. So, Dross, where's Tresix? I thought we had a smoker. Like, I don't really feel comfortable using my iron out and, exposed. I mean, I don't know where the mist and everything, but, oh look, I got a pair of 4s and a nudge.
Nice. And I didn't have him roll anything. So, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. He's going to block this attack, and then you're going to take that moment, and you're going to focus on one leg, and you're going to give a big yank on that leg, and that upsets his form and sends him toppling. So what was the number that you said you got?
4s.
4s. So he is going to lose 3 dice next round.
Yeah! I mean, I'm sorry, sir. Please don't kill me.
Or actually, I'm just going to take his remaining 3 this round. He's not going to be able to attack when he's on the ground.
Word.
Booyah.
Suka, we will skip over to you, and you're actually going to get an extra die from Skexel managing to put him on his back.
So I roll all my dice, right? The 6?
Yeah, it would be best to do that because you don't need to keep any to defend with, since he won't be able to attack.
2 4s and 2 3s, but no nudges.
No nudges? Okay.
No.
You go and you try and slip this knife in between his armor and scratch him on the neck and deliver the poison, but you just can't find purchase in there. It's too well crafted, and you just can't get your knife into contact flesh.
Oh, okay.
And we are going to reset, go back to the top of the round. He's going to, on his turn, stand up, but since he lost 3 dice, he won't be able to attack. We'll go back to the top of the round. Dross, you are first to declare.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is now that he's on the ground, I'm going to put my spear to his...
Well, he stood back up.
Oh, he stood back up. Okay,
Yeah, he wasn't able to attack, but when his turn came around, he was able to right himself.
Okay, I missed that. Yeah, I'm going to attacky-tacky with him with my spear this time and not use the hook and crook.
Okay. So that will get you 5 dice. Oh, and everybody automatically gets 1 free nudge against anybody that we're fighting tonight. because of our network connection to Yeden's Rebellion. Network is a rule set that we haven't really gotten an opportunity to use much in the first campaign, but since everybody's part of the Rebellion, they each get 1 free nudge per attack when attacking a member of the Steel Ministry. Not 1 free nudge, but once when they use a nudge to deal extra damage, they can increase the damage by 2 instead of 1.
Nice.
That's how that
So
works.
nudges work better on attacking.
Yeah, one nudge each attack works better.
Gotcha.
So Dross is declared. Looks like next to declare would be the captain. He is going to take a swing at Skexel since he's recognized the position that a lurcher puts him in full plate armor. Skexel, you declare next.
Skexel is going to scream like a extremely high-pitched scream and just focus all of his attention on blocking with the shield.
Okay, so that will give you 8 dice.
Nice.
But they're defense dice. And then, Suka, you are last to declare.
Okay, the lesser Gur-Wraith poison I have, it said it must be used on a cut. Can I, put it on my knife and cut with it? And that work?
Yep.
So I'm gonna pour some of the poison on my knife, and I'm gonna cut him anywhere there's exposed skin.
Okay, we're gonna give that the same rule. It's a cold shot. You need 2 nudges to make that succeed.
Okay.
But if you do so, you will ignore his armor as well.
Nice.
That would put... does anybody have more than 6 dice?
Yeah, I have 8.
But yours are all defense, so you don't have an action. Kelly, you would have 5 dice, I think?
Yeah.
And I have 5 as well.
You can add 1 for your ministry soldier.
Okay. So now I have 6 dice.
But he has higher wits, so he's going to go first. And he is going to take his swing at Skexel. And he's going to go all out with all 6 dice.
Ah! Please, sir, please don't kill me. I'm really sorry that I tripped you. I don't want to die tonight. I got 3s and a nudge.
Alright, he did get 4s.
No.
So he is going to hit the shield so hard with his sword that you can just feel the impact in your arm. And the shield doesn't prevent any damage, correct?
I don't think so. I didn't really look closely at the rules.
I think.
It might.
I think it just gives you 1 extra, or 2 extra die. So you'd have 9 dice.
Oh, cool! I get 1 more. Oh, almost. Nope.
Okay, go ahead and take 3 damage. And you're going to take a burden. We're going to say that your arm is numb. That will bring us to Dross next.
Okay, I'm stabbing him with the point of my spear.
Okay.
That is 2s and 2 nudges.
Okay. So you get plus... How much damage did I say the spear was?
You didn't.
Oh, I didn't? I think it's plus 2. So that's 3 damage base, plus 2 damage for the first nudge, and an extra damage for the second nudge. So 6 damage total. 3 of it is going to be absorbed by the plate, and he is going to take 3 damage, and he is going to have a cut on his thigh as a physical burden.
Yeah.
Nice.
Alright, let's go to, I believe, Suka would be next.
Alright.
You have 5 dice.
Yeah. So I got, 2 3s and a nudge, and then I get a free nudge because he has a burden.
Okay, yeah, so you managed to get in there, and you see the spot that Dross has opened up for you, and you slam your knife into the same spot, digging it into the wound, and your poison gets into there. Which poison were you using?
Lesser Guraith, it causes spasms.
Okay, so now he has a second physical burden, spasms.
Heck yeah.
And he is going to take... How many nudges did you have?
I had one rolled and one with the burden.
Okay, so just the 2?
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to take 2 more damage.
So because I gave him another burden, does that mean gives me another nudge, or still just one?
Just 1 free nudge.
Okay.
And he's actually going to get a limp from that one as well.
Sweet.
That was the top of the end of the round, wasn't it?
Wait, can I scream something?
Sure.
Suka's just gonna scream, "You like that, Rust Lover?"
Give me just a moment. Check my soldiers, see what their wits are.
I think you're a bit ahead of the time there.
Nope. They don't hear you. Alright,
Well,
top of the
I don't
round.
know that
fun.
they know about Rust and Ruin yet.
I had fun.
Dross, what are you doing?
I'm going to see that he's hurt, and I'm going to try and talk to him. I'm just going to say, can't you see the time of the Lord Ruler is over? Lay down your arms and get out of here.
Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and give you +1 for your feature Skexel-John, the Lord Ruler. So that's going to be 7 dice. Next to declare will be the captain, which if he is not convinced by that speech, he is going to attack Skexel again. Skexel, what were you doing this turn?
This time, Skexel has realized that all defense, or the best defense, is a good offense, so he's going back to tripping.
Alright, and that'll give you 5 dice. 6, because you're a weapons forger.
And I should get +1 at least for the spasms, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And another... is there a limit on the number of dice you can get from burdens?
I thought there was, but I'd have to look it up. I don't remember.
It should be right here.
Rule check.
I know I posted it on the Discord a while back.
Okay, quick rule check.
Oh, I thought we were going to go through this full song.
Checking the rules, checking the rules.
Yeah.
Checking the rules, checking the rules.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I got a Khandra joke.
Let's hear it.
Why do Khandra do poorly in high stressful situations?
Because they have no guts?
Because they're always losing their head. Why are Khandra bad liars when they're not impersonating someone? North!
1 for the spasms, 1 for the limp.
So it's 8, right?
Yep. The last one to declare would be Suka.
Wait, what about the Khandra joke?
Yeah, you want me to finish my Khandra joke? Why are Khandra bad liars when they're themselves?
I don't know why.
Because you can see right through them.
Ah!
I was thinking they had to put on their poker face.
Ah, that's a good one too.
Mulan would say otherwise.
Ooh, that was a good impersonation.
Alright, Suka, what are you doing this round?
I think she's gonna try to terrify the guy.
Okay, what is it that you're trying to say?
Can you feel the poison? First it starts with spasms, then it goes to death. Only I have the solution. Will you give?
Yeah, I'll make that a wits, since it's detailed enough and fits with what he'd be feeling instead of a charm.
Nice.
So that's 2 attacks against willpower.
I'm kind of hoping I make him run away. That way she can't give him the antidote.
Add a +1 to your herbalist and +1 for your stoic gaze.
It doesn't kill him.
7 dice up total.
Doesn't she get one for the spasms, too?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay.
So 8 dice.
Wow. Jeez, okay.
Nice.
And it's okay to roll all of them?
He said he was just going to attack Skexel again, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's totally fine then. Who has the most dice?
I have 8.
Kelly and I are tied.
Then Kelly would go first for having the higher wits.
Sweet. So roll.
Yep.
2 4s, 2 3s, and a nudge, and an additional nudge for the burden.
Okay. Instead of resolving that right away, let's see how Zach's roll goes.
Okay.
Come on, dice. That's actually just 3 nudges.
You can spend 2 of those nudges and reroll the rest.
Fives and a nudge.
Okay. He also got 5s and a nudge. I'm going to count your Eden's rebellion to make this as an attack, and that nudge will count twice. Therefore, what ends up happening is Suka leans down and describes all the horrible things that this poison's going to do to him if he doesn't give up, in the most terrible way that he's going to die. And then Dross just leans over him and puts the spear down to his throat, tells him that it's the time of the survivor and the time of the Lord Ruler is over. And he's just going to kind of give a little bit of a nod with scared look on his face, and he's going to toss his sword away from him.
And meanwhile, Skexel is so scared that he just starts screaming and blindly blindly lurches to pull his feet out from under him anyway.
The guards didn't hear that either.
Oh, I got 3s and 4 nudges.
Oh, yeah, he wasn't on the ground. Let me roll his... Okay, yeah, so that actually will say what happens first, is you pull his feet out from under him. Suka goes up and, whispers in his ear, just as Dross is leaning the spear down to his throat. And he tosses his sword to the side and puts his hands up in a placating gesture.
Suka's gonna smirk and pat his head and hand him, a medicinal herb and say, "Good boy."
Dross will lean down to him and say, "If you've got a family, I'd recommend you get to them tonight. It's going to be dangerous out in the streets."
Speaking of that danger, maybe I should escort him back to his family, because it's really dangerous out in the...
Skexel!
Okay.
Yeah, don't be a coward, Skexel.
This is all in vain. The Lord Ruler will crush your rebellion like he always has.
I don't know. I have great poison.
Maybe he has a point. Maybe we've done enough for the rebellion tonight, right? I mean, we took down the captain. Captains are kind of really important, so maybe this would be good enough for we'll say, hey, we did the survivors' work and everything's all good.
Skexel, it's okay. Yeah. Believe in my poison. It's great.
That's kind of the problem. I believe really heavily
my poison. It's great. You should believe in it.
Okay.
Just remember you were spared today by the mercy of the survivors. The Lord Ruler wouldn't give you the same.
Make sure to have that medicine.
Take your head, and I will smile.
Oh, maybe I should take the medicine back.
He quickly shoves it into his mouth. He starts chewing exaggerated chews while, meeting your gaze.
She's gonna smirk at him.
Skexel cowers behind his shields.
Alright, onward and upward, I think.
Onward and wherever we're going, yes.
So you make it through this alley, this one part of the street that you had no way of really getting around without running into more patrols who would have stopped your armed presence and really been quite a hassle for you. And you make it to the soothing station, which is in this nondescript building that just has a very plain-looking door. But you've been pointed out to it by people higher up in Eden's Rebellion before, and so you've all been prepared for this night and know exactly what it was you were looking for. So you are standing outside, waiting for whatever plan it is you want to put in action, however you want to proceed. Dross, are you currently burning any metal? I'm sorry, not Dross, but Skexel, are you currently burning any iron?
Yes.
Okay.
Skexel is definitely burning iron.
Okay, how do you guys proceed?
I think Suka is gonna, follow after Dross, because he's the leader, with her hands behind her head, very casually. But, with the knife in her hand.
Do we have a way to set fire to the building?
That would probably have been something that you needed to get ready beforehand.
Gotcha. I wasn't sure what equipment everyone else had. That's why I was asking.
I have poison.
Poison,
if
fire.
If we need something to set the building on fire, maybe we should go find something. I mean, we should be really prepared if we're trying to take down something as important as a soothing station. So, maybe we could go find some shop nearby somewhere. Maybe they have something oil.
Oh, now you want to take the place down. You've been fighting against it all night.
I'm just saying a shop sounds like a really good place to start. We should be really prepared before, we try and fight these kind of people. And I mean, what kind of lines am I seeing, Trevor?
Drexel kicks the door open. Or Dross kicks the door open.
Before he kicks the door open, at the moment you're just seeing the lines to the metals everybody else is carrying, and then just what you would expect to see from the building behind you. You don't see any moving lines or anything like that. Everybody give me a spirit roll as soon as he kicks down the door.
Ooh, are we going to get the sound effect?
This is just to be defense against an attack, so...
Do I get any modifiers at all?
No.
Gotcha.
I got 3 5s.
I only got a nudge.
I got 2s.
Okay. For the remainder of this portion of the campaign, both Dross and Skexel are going to permanently lose 1 die for the effects of the soothers inside.
Dang.
Oh, man.
If only aluminum was around yet.
Or if only you had a smoker with you.
That too.
Well, Smoker needs the stunt in order to protect other people.
I thought I had well, it doesn't matter now anyway. Alright,
So I'm good?
Yeah, you don't
What are we
lose
calling
any die
that burden?
because your die roll was high enough to protect you.
Nice.
Alright, Skexel breaks down, or Dross kicks down the door. Give me a physique roll for that.
4s and a nudge.
You kick the door, and it comes caving in, toppling end over end. It was a very light door, and it was not secured very well, and so you just tear right through it. On the inside, there
Suka
are
claps.
3 soothers, and then a large, imposing-looking man. What are
Hello?
you doing here? The man says to you.
I look to Skexel and Suka. Take down the soothers. I've got him.
Are they? Do they have any sort of metal on them?
The man in the nice suit, who's a little bit more imposing than the rest of them, he is carrying a couple vial, or 1 vial of metal, and he is also carrying a dueling cane. The soothers...
Never mind, I don't have him.
Let me
No,
see
I'm
what the
kidding.
soothers are doing. Where did that go? I did not transfer over their equipment. No, they just have their vials of metal.
Is there any sort of strong fixture of metal behind them?
What kind of strong fixture would you be looking for?
So I want to launch myself shield first right at one of the soothers.
Give me a spirit roll +2.
Spirit roll?
Yeah, I just want to see if you can find the right anchors that will... let's just make this a straight Allomancy roll. Roll me 5 dice.
Do I get a +1 for shield fighter?
You know what? Yeah, I'll give that to you.
And then -1 for the soothers, right?
That's correct.
Switch me back to 5.
And you know what? Let's go ahead and just, if we're not going to try and talk at all, let's
Twos and a nudge.
Or we'll give everybody one action. So how much did you say, John?
Twos and a nudge.
All right, they did not beat that with their 2 dice. So you're going to go flying through the air, and you're going to knock over one of the soothers. How many did I say there were? 3?
3.
Okay, good. Do you want to do damage, or do you want to break his concentration?
I'll break his concentration.
Okay, give me another spirit roll.
All right. -1?
-1 for now. And Dross, you can give me another spirit roll as well.
Nothing.
Not even a nudge?
Nope. I got a 2 and a 1.
Nada.
Okay. We will go ahead and say it's every other turn for now. Because they didn't get anything but a nudge.
Do I get an action?
Yeah, what do you want to do, Suka?
I want to, rush forward and try to stab one in the eye.
Okay, another called shot. Suka is all about those.
Yes.
Give me a roll of 5.
5. Come
Are you
on.
using any of your poison doses?
I'll probably use the Grave Fester for hallucinations.
Okay.
I got 2 nudges.
Okay, you need to get at least a success. So
Okay.
with unless you wanted to re-roll the rest, but then it's going to be very hard to get your attack to actually hit.
I'll try it. Is there any harm in trying?
No, I mean you need success and a nudge.
Oh yeah, then I couldn't succeed at all.
Well, your nudge can count for 2 because of the Yeden's Rebellion. We can make that work that way as well.
Okay. I got 2 2s and a nudge.
Okay, so you just kind of laugh. You toss your knife in the air, catch it in a reverse grip, jump forward on top of this other soother, and as you two fall to the ground, you sink your knife right through the eye, and he is completely taken out because of the loss of his eye and the onset of hallucinations.
Nice.
The soothing is now broken, with 2 of them having been taken out of the fight or having had their concentration knocked.
I have a quick question.
Sure.
If you take out both of something's eyes, could they still hallucinate?
Oh, absolutely. I definitely believe that's something, because it's just stimulating that part of the brain.
Gotcha.
Dross, what did you want to do with your action?
I'm gonna stab the big guy.
Okay, and I'm going to give him his full dice to resist this. I did forget to mention, one of the soothers did have the tattoos of an obligator around his eyes.
Oh,
Is that one still up?
That depends on if that's one that Suka would immediately target or not.
I probably would.
Okay, so one is writhing on the ground screaming.
I mean, obligator tattoos are kind of like a target for knives, so...
What did you roll?
4s and a nudge.
Okay, that nudge does it for you. Since it was needed to actually complete it, it won't give you any bonuses. But you are going to deal 3 damage.
Is that with the extra damage on the nudge?
The extra damage on the nudge won't count because you needed that to beat his roll of 4s.
Gotcha.
And he will not take any burdens from that. And he's going to look at where you stabbed into him, and he's going to smile, and he says, "So you want to play, huh?" And we will go into official combat now. Dross, you will be first to declare.
I'm gonna start with by hook and crook, and I'm gonna try and use my spear. I'm gonna try and just kind of feint where I'm gonna go. Act like I'm gonna go for the head or something, but instead go for into his body and try and hit a vital organ.
Okay. That will get you 7 dice. Next to declare will be the remaining 2 soothers. One of them is going to try or actually, the one that's underneath of Skexel at the moment is going to try and grapple him, and the other one is going to come up from behind and try and punch him while he's being held. That will only get both of them 2 dice. Next to declare will be Skexel. Next to declare will be the mysterious man in the center, who is going to use his dueling cane and just lay about Dross with it. And then finally will be Suka's turn to declare. Or Skexel first.
Skexel is going to pull the vial of metal on the big guy and try and shatter it against his shield.
Okay, that'll get you 5 dice. And Suka.
Can I get +1 for shield fighter?
I'm not going to give it to you on that one.
I think Suka is just gonna, pull her knife from the guy and laugh maniacally and just jump and just try to slash with no poison at the guy in the middle, fighting Dross.
Okay, that will get you 4 dice for that one. I think we will go. The guy in the middle is going to act first with 9 dice.
Oh, dang.
And he is going to use 5 of them to swing at Dross. That's a pair of 3s and a nudge. Are you defending with anything?
I'll defend with 4.
Okay.
Twos and a nudge.
Okay, so he is going to deal 3 damage to you.
Hey.
And you are going to take, you're going to have a hairline fracture in your right arm.
Dang.
Dross lost a bunch of dice, so I think the next highest is Skexel.
So I'm going to set aside 3 for defense dice, and just use 2 to try and yank his vial.
Okay.
Just a 2 and a nudge.
For that nudge, I'm going to say that, you manage to, wiggle it enough that it falls out and onto the floor, but it does not shatter.
Cool.
Suka, I believe you are next.
Suka wants murder, so she's gonna use all her die.
Okay, and you were just, going regular attack against the guy in the middle, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, he is going to defend with his last, 3. I had him attack with 6.
I got 2 2s and a nudge.
Okay, so you're going to do 4 damage to him.
Nice.
And he is going to take a burden this time. He is going to have, what kind of burden would you want to give him?
You mean just by slashing him?
Yep.
I'd probably say, a huge slash on the arm.
Okay, so he's got a laceration across his arm. That would just leave Dross and the Soothers, correct?
Yep.
Okay, the first Soother's going to try and grapple you. Skexel?
Oh, I've got 3 dice, so I'd be before them, right?
Oh, I thought you had 2 dice left.
Nope, I had 3.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make your attack.
3 1s.
Alright, that'll do another 3 damage to him. What kind of burden would you like to give him?
I'm gonna give him a laceration across his torso.
Okay, yeah, you slash forward in a wide arc with the spear, and he tries to go and parry Suka's blow, but Suka ducks underneath right when you're as he goes high, she goes low, and that's when your spear comes across, gets him across the midsection. She gets him across the arm, and you both kind of retreat, leaving him panting bloody.
Hell yeah.
The Soother didn't get anything against you, John. I don't know if you rolled or not to defend against it.
Oh, I didn't think we did the attack yet.
Okay, did you want to roll?
Yeah.
Well, that was for the grapple, but not for the attack.
Oh, then no, I want to save it for the attack.
Okay, and then the attack, he's going to roll his 2 dice now.
And I get 4, right? 2, or no, 5, because I saved 3 and I get +2 for my shield, right?
Yep.
Twos and 2 nudges.
All right, and he didn't get anything. So he goes to hit you, and you just kind of turn and rotate the shield up, and he smacks his fist onto the shield.
Guys, I really think this would be better if we weren't fighting each other. You know, maybe you guys could just give up. That'd be really nice.
The soother that has been on the floor screaming kind of comes to a moment of clarity, the obligator, and he looks over and sees the man in the middle, bloody and panting and looking in rough shape, even though the battle really kind of just started. And he's going to say, "Falcom, get to safety. Remember what the Lord Ruler told you."
Oh my god!
Dun, 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 dun.
Isn't he still hallucinating, though?
He is. He just had that one moment of clarity.
Okay.
Plot armor.
Thank God for granting me this moment of clarity.
Boy, it really felt like somebody was just looking out for him then.
I hope this gets mentioned in the next episode that we kick David's ass.
That'd be great.
Okay, we go back to the top of the round. Who declares first? Dross declares first.
Seeing that the big guy is probably going to be running due to plot armor, I'm gonna.
It was the obligator who had the plot armor.
Oh, it was the obligator who had the plot armor?
Yeah, he had to be sentient enough to tell Falcom to run because he's the only one who knew Falcom's name.
Nobody's saying Falcom can't die.
Or can he?
That doesn't mean he can't be defeated.
It could be Daddy. Daddy Falcom.
Okay, let's humiliate David further. I'm gonna try and attack him in the head with the butt of my spear.
Okay. Next would be the Soothers. They are going to do the same thing. Falcom is going to actively defend as he runs away. And that brings us to Skexel.
Skexel is going to ram the guy who tried to punch him with the shield.
Okay. And Suka?
She's not really interested in running targets, so she's gonna turn around to one of the Soothers and just lunge at them with a knife.
Alright, Skexel, I'm gonna give you +2. 1 for being blocky and 1 for your shield fighters. It's gonna be 8 dice.
You're giving me extra for having an ugly face? That's awesome.
Oh, I just kind of meant that was your whole body, like your big linebacker football player.
Oh, I was going for like big nose and whatever, but I'll take it.
That's how I interpreted it, so good use of feature there.
Thank you.
Dross, you will get your 6 die. Suka, you're going to get your 4 again, unless you're poisoning.
Nah, she's in just murder people mode.
Okay, so yeah, just 4 die. That will be Skexel first.
Yay! Got my 8 dice. Listen, guys, I really don't like fighting. I wish we could just solve this amicably. I mean, I'm pretty good at it, but it'd be better if we weren't like trying to kill each other. 5s and 2 nudges.
Oh, damn. So, as you're saying that, you're like slowly backing up, another step back, and then you get to the end of the sentence, and you just charge forward and take this guy completely unaware, and you smack into him, and he goes flying into the wall and smacks his head against the wall, and he falls unconscious.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't really mean to hurt you, but we're kind of fighting. I just wish we could stop.
Next, I think, would be Dross. You have 6 dice.
That's 3 5s and 2 nudges, my friend.
Okay, he got 2 5s and 1 nudge. So you are going to do 3 damage to him, 4 damage to him. And like, you stab right into the center of his bowels, and like blood just starts gushing out from the wound.
Yikes.
Oh my god, that's so disgusting.
Is this Falcom?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Suka.
David's gonna have a few scars he doesn't remember.
Yep, she's
You
just
caught him
gonna
right in
fight.
the
No guard.
nobles.
I got nothing.
Alright, he did get a nudge. And so you come up and try and stab him, and he just brings his dueling cane around, one arm to his stomach, and smacks it out of the way. And he jumps out a window.
Oh, okay. Bye.
It's good.
Make sure you wash that wound. It'll probably fester.
She's gonna run to the window and wave at him as he leaves and then turn around.
The last soother is just going to put his hands up in surrender.
Oh, good. Finally, someone listens to reason. Look, Dross, we can stop fighting. They're done.
I mean, this one's an Allomancer.
You don't have to kill me. Listen to the guy who kind of talks like I do.
I think he's got a point there. We can just tie him up and take hostages. I mean, the Survivor is supposed to be about surviving, right? So we don't have to kill everyone. I think that would really kind of go against the idea of being, part of the Ska rebellion. He's Ska, right? He looks kind of Ska.
Oh no, he's definitely a nobleman. He's an Allomancer.
Do you like poison?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's just leave
that
up in the air, whether or not you guys slaughter this nobleman. We'll let the viewers
Dross
decide.
is going to kind of step forward. Dross is going to step forward with his spear, and the camera is just kind of going to pan away.
Did he or didn't he? We'll never know for sure.
We can insinuate it, though.
So you guys leave the soothing station, your work having been done in one way or another, and as you start going through the streets, we're no longer feeling this huge, depressing weight that's been dulling your emotions for your whole life. You start to hear things on the street. Come out! Come out! Did Kelsier not declare himself Lord of the Mists? Tonight is our night. The Survivor has given us hope. The Survivor is alive. He has come to me, and it is our time to take back the city. And you head off to the warehouse that you have met in several times to do your training together, where you find crowds and crowds of Ska coming up to this warehouse and leaving with weapons, energized and ready to take the fight to the Steel Ministry. And you take your place among them, and you go and you continue the night's work.
For the Survivor.
Poison!
That's the spirit!
And I think that's where we will end tonight. Hopefully everybody enjoyed this nice, fun little one-shot. I've been wanting to do something just, with a cool event in the novel, a story that doesn't really get told, and so I thought one of these strike groups that were meant to take out a soothing station would be fun. I really enjoyed that Falcom reveal. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, that's our episode. We will be back again in 2 weeks, where we will start up the second group's first episode. And I hope you really enjoyed it. Come back and see us or listen to us next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Mistborn and all related properties are owned by Brandon Sanderson and Dragonsteel Entertainment. The Mistborn adventure game is a product of Crafty Games. Special thanks to Steve Argyle for letting us use his artwork for the logo, and to Boardroom Design for putting the logo together for us. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at LLOS Podcast, or give us an email at lostlegendsofscadrial@gmail.com. We hope that you'll like and share and give us a review on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time.
Rule time, rule time, rule time, rule time. Rule time, rule time, rule time, rule time. Yeah, yeah. Rule time, rule time. Yeah. Rule time, rule time. Pick a rule, any rule.
Hey, yeah, why do there gotta be so many rules to check?
checking them hard, checking them hard, checking the rules, checking the rules, checking the rules, checking the rules, checking them hard, checking them hard, checking them hard, checking them hard.